Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIK WM France Tech G456 game with JP, tpembo, and PolkaDot. So, I see Rent Keeper. That's pretty good. We've also got Constable, Scrounger. Yeah, Plow Driver, but I'm taking Rent Keeper. I think this card can be very, very good. Yeah, definitely taking Rent Keeper. Constable we want to keep in mind. Scrounger we want to keep in mind. Getting a card like Layabout back might be good. Yeah. Okay. Childcare worker is an interesting option because I can get lots of read fairly easily with my Rent Keeper. We could take something like Trailblazer. Immigrant Son is quite good. Barnmaster can be a good way. So one of the problems you have with Constable is you really need to safely fill up your farm. Then a card like Barnmaster actually lets you go above and beyond once you filled up your farm. Probably I'm taking one of the plow options with Rent Keeper. So Immigrant Son is a lot better if we get a way to play occupations easily. Trailblazer is probably fits into more games better. Oh, thanks, Relocran. Sorry about that. Hello. Yeah, I guess I'm looking at what I'm getting back here, and all these 5 cards, I'm unlikely to play any of them. So I think I'm pretty low on Immigrant Son with this hand. So I think it's Trailblazer or Childcare Worker. I'll take Trailblazer. Alright, next up. Stonecutter is pretty good. Not taking Unicycle or Master Cook, they get in the way of our Rent Keeper. Yeah, Stonecutter is a good option. Sunday Worker, Thatcher. Thatcher as a room discounter is a solid option. Yeah. So yeah, I basically, yeah, Rylocren. So Thatcher works really nicely with our Rent Keeper, discounting our rooms, but Stonecutter is a very solid card. So Stonecutter is the better card, certainly. I think I'll take Stonecutter. Well, we're not taking Tower Builder, not with Rent Keeper. Giant is probably an option here. Not gonna play Wealthy Man. Fresh Fence Worker can be interesting. Don't think we're playing Animal Renovator. Giant is not really so good with Constable, because with Constable you need diverse actions to take diverse animals and crops. I mean, with Studmaster, like, one of the things that happens with Constable is you sometimes end up wanting to take one of each crop. And then Studmaster, or one of each animal, Studmaster actually ends up getting me points. If I have 1 sheep, 1 cattle, 1 boar, ends up being a 2-point and a food card. That'd be fine. I'm not really that impressed with any of the rest of these. Yeah, Giant could be really good, but Giant I think knowing constables out there, I'm pretty low on that. So Mountain Plowman wheeling here is pretty solid. I do like Layabout, but Mountain Plowman, considering I have Trailblazer here, the sheep basically pays for my field if I build a fireplace. Any of these are very unlikely to be played. I guess there's a line where I play a cater if I get the right, like, 3 miners that place food. Yeah, Meticulous Man. No, I'm not playing that. It's something that wants to be played early, and I'm not going to. Why did my farm default so big there? That was odd. So not really think, this honestly looking like a hand that doesn't actually play that many occupations. I can definitely see myself not playing Mountain Plowman, not playing Studmaster, not playing Stonecutter. I think the only two that I'm really likely to play are Rentkeeper and Trailblazer. And Trailblazer, you know, maybe I get a really good plow and decide not even to play Trailblazer. Because Trailblazer's better if I can pick up some source of crops so that I actually want to be sowing. But if I don't pick up any crops from my miner, then Trailblazer gets quite a bit worse in that situation. With Stonecutter and Rentkeeper, I can do stuff like consider building stone rooms. I guess we're still waiting to see what our 7th pick occupation is, but yeah. I did not expect to get anything good. So Master Cook doesn't really work well with Rentkeeper because Rentkeeper we want to be setting up that room by round 3, and Master Cook you just don't have the time for it. You can't afford to make your reed action worse and your wood action worse. Like, it's not worth the 2 food. I guess I'll take Unicycle Driver. I mean, Rentkeeper does get me the stone potentially for Unicycle if we get some combo. Maybe we can link the Sow Bake space and another useful space, and that'll be good with our Trailblazer. Okay, well, Stonehouse Extension is quite good considering we have Stonecutter and Rentkeeper here. I mean, Diamond Mine is nice. Yeah, I think I'm taking Stonehouse Extension here. 2 stone, 1 reed for a room with Stonecutter. And also I can probably get, so long as it triggers Rentkeeper once, I get 2 of the resources back. Looks pretty good. Homework is great. Lumber is also really good with Stonecutter. I think I'd take Homework here. Especially because we can get the reed quite easily with our Rentkeeper. So maybe we just build 1 wood room and then we go for the stone room later. And, you know, we don't have to do a 5-room house with Rentkeeper. Knowing Constable and Scrounger are out there, we have to kind of manage our expectations a little bit. Yeah, Diamond Mine is also really good. Yeah, but I don't think it's close to Stonehouse Extension with this hand. It is a very good miner, though. Baby Sling. Baby Sling. I think I gotta take it, right? Wishing Fountain is a little interesting with Stonecutter, but we're probably not gonna read Stone Food early. I think the pick here is Baby Sling. Dre is not bad as well, but yeah. Baby Sling, I love it. Great miner. So now, okay, I want to build 5 rooms again. I was not so sure about 5 rooms with Baby Sling. I want to build 5 rooms. I want to trigger Baby Sling 3 times, especially if the latter 2 times are not giving anything to anyone else. Like, I can give up, let someone grow a bit earlier, but playing baby sling late doesn't let anybody else grow often. Hey Damba, hope you're doing well today. Bit of a late stream for you. Sorry about that. I went out for sushi lunch because with Ontario going to phase 3, we were able to go. And actually, apparently, the place I went to, they had set up like their first. They had taken like 5 or 6 parking spots and had built a patio that people could sit outside. So they said they've been doing that for a couple weeks. So that would have been nice to know about. They've been doing that for 2 weeks, so I could have gone earlier, but that's okay. Happy to have gone. Yeah, not really seriously planning on playing Unicycle. Maybe if it's so bake is adjacent to something useful, maybe, but probably not. Grain cart is a pretty great pickup here. With Trailblazer, I want ways to get lots of crops, so I can actually use the bake component of so bake. Plow to grain. I don't really want to do that with Trailblazer. I'd rather link so bake and so bake in 3 wood or so bake in 2 reed or something like that. Well, before I was thinking I would take stone weir on the rebound because of stone cutter, but I'm wondering if I should seriously consider master oven with having just picked up grain cart. Master oven is a lot of food. It represents a lot of food. Now, if I am going to play Mountain Plowman, I probably am going to want a fireplace or a cooking hearth, so I could use that to eat. But if I'm not going to play Mountain Plowman and I'm not going to get the sheep, then maybe Master Oven's the way to go here. I mean, with Stone Weir, I could link reed and fish and always get 4 food. Yeah. I mean, I do have homework, so I feel like I can play 2 manually. But yeah, there's not really like a really obvious 4-ock hand. I think the Master Oven is worth enough food just on its face with grain cart that I can take it here. The other cards would have been all pretty solid as well, though. So Thunderbolt is kind of interesting with Trailblazer because obviously you're making a space unoccupied. But if I'm going to go back and sow multiple times, then that's not such a big deal. Star Classification Wheel is a free point. I think knowing that Constable's out there might be a premium on me getting a bunch of wood safely. We wield Wishing Fountain, which is kind of funny. I don't really want to play it, though. But I'm not going to play the Ram, either. Yeah, not really planning to play Ram. I guess I'll take Wishing Fountain in case, the well falls into my lap, but seems highly unlikely. Yeah, Bamboo is good. Yeah. I'm looking at paying 2 clay and 1 stone and then getting 10 food, like family growth round 13 after having played Stonehouse Extension, Master Oven's gonna get me all my food for that harvest right there. So I'm thinking I might play Unicycle Driver. So Rentkeeper can get me the stone for it. I'm also thinking that Rentkeeper might just want to get as much reed as it can with homework, baby sling, potentially 2 rooms at 4 reed costs, and then 2 renos, and then Stonehouse Extension. That's a lot of reed. I'm going to start with 3 wood here. Is that a first pick joiner? I don't think I passed joiner. That might be JP's first pick there. Yeah, the timing is unusual though, Damba, because of because of Rentkeeper. I'm gonna play for Rentkeeper first. So the grain plow is less available later in the game. So that's why I'm a little more down on it. PolkaDot playing capitalist here. All right, let's see. Naming cattle. All right. Well, Studmaster can potentially get us one cattle. So one reed is an option here for our Rentkeeper. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to prioritize taking 2 reed very highly next round. tpembo might build the fireplace second action, and if JP just day labors with the food, JP just day labor plus wood, sorry, with joiner, and then we just need tpembo to build a 2 clay fireplace. We go second next round. PolkaDot's not going to reed stone food over 2 reed. PolkaDot will definitely reed stone food. So that means we get 2 reed next round. And we can build. Yeah, I don't... It's been ages since I've played Joiner. I don't pick it that highly. The problem is I find it's great on Reedstone Food, and I find all the other spaces you activate it on to be a little unreliable. Which is funny because I was talking about liking potential fish cards yesterday. Ooh, PolkaDot takes Reedstone food to reed. Huh. I'm surprised by that. Alright, well, Reedstone food. That's very surprising to me. I don't really have an obvious second action, so I guess I was supposed to take 1 reed there, which is surprising. Would Polka have played 2 reed after... Oh, rope fences? Yeah. Try to think what else. I'm quite surprised by that. I was sure PolkaDot would take Reedstone food. So it looks like we might get an occupation back. I can't really start player. I mean, I could start player, but I don't have anything that I really want to play. Like, I don't want to start player baby sling because that sets me back. It would be nice to guarantee myself Reedstone food, but I don't really see a good way to do that. Sunday Worker. tpembo Acquirer after his early card. Yeah. Not a whole lot going on here for me. I guess I'm just going to take 2 wood so that I could potentially grain cart. This is a little unfortunate. Because ideally my round 3 is play Rentkeeper and build a room, but unfortunately that's not what we're doing here. I wonder if tpembo will upgrade fireplace to a cooking hearth here. Oh, no worries. Yeah, tpembo upgrades to a cooking hearth. Yep. Well, the fact that we've gone second for no work in the first 3 rounds is certainly helpful. But let's see how helpful it really is if PolkaDot decides to Reedstone food here. PolkaDot might need a lot of reed. No, it takes the wood. Alright. Well, I'll read stone food. And PolkaDot needs food. So we'll see. PolkaDot might prioritize 3 food second action pretty highly. I could play Rentkeeper and then plan to first action build round 4. The problem with playing Rentkeeper is I really open myself up to PolkaDot building before me in the next round. So probably I should plan to Rentkeeper and build a room round 4. So Polka will probably take the 3 food here. Yeah. The thing is, I don't really want to build in round 3. But if I don't build here, then PolkaDot might build next round. There is 4 clay, but 4 clay is not outstanding. 4 clay is just okay. I guess I build a room. And then I can play Rentkeeper safely in round 3. I don't like building the room round 3 because Polka still has turn priority over me, but I want to get my Rentkeeper online as soon as possible. If Polka parks if family growth is late, yeah, sure. But if family growth is round 5 and I don't build here, I could build in round 5, not have to start player to grow in round 6. But because I've built in round 3, then potentially if family growth is round 5, I might have to start player to get family growth round 6, which is awkward. But certainly first action Rentkeeper here, maybe even second action Stonecutter. I mean, I think growing is better than a food and a resource. Like having the full action is better. Rentkeeper is good because it gives you a fallback plan, but I don't want to deliberately avoid family growthing just because of that. $66%. No, I'm not trying to bias myself either way.
Greetings. I didn't get a notification for some reason. Dot. What's the situation here?
Hey, Edwal. Thanks for the tier 1 sub. 2 months. Awesome. The situation is Rentkeeper, and things are looking good so far. The only downside is we didn't get to activate Rentkeeper in round 4. But, you know, Rentkeeper's coming out now. If I start player, I'm sure that JP will take the 3 wood. There's no occupation available for me, so I'll just take the 3 wood here. Feed 4 plus FR round 5. So we could actually build the well. I wasn't really thinking that was all that likely, but we could actually get the well. I don't know if I'll have time for a cater. I think I'd rather play Stonecutter over a cater. But the cater is a lot of food. Especially with Wishing Fountain. If I could play the two together with homework, that would be kind of appealing. Like start player homework, and then play a cater and Stonecutter together to build the well with a later action. Let's see what happens in round 5. What flips here? It's not family growth. So PolkaDot has to start player if he wants to grow in front of me. I might read Stone Food even. I probably, yeah, I'll read Stone Food first action. Because it prevents people from getting stone and it gets me the read for homework. Yeah, I don't have anything else that triggers a cater, but if I do potentially double build the well, then I mean it's 10 food, so as you pointed out, Damba. tpembo read Stone Foods. So PolkaDot will start player Duck Pond. So I get to grab probably 5 clay here. Or I could just go ahead and play Stonecutter. Could just go ahead and play Stonecutter here. I'm a little worried about my feeding if I play Stonecutter, because then I would be trying to homework like a Cater Trailblazer probably. And that would cost me a good amount of food. Stonecutter does let me play Grain Cart, so there's good there. Yeah, maybe I should just do that. Just go ahead and play Stonecutter here, and then I could build the well with my second action. Oh, thanks. I need to resize my hand. Thank you. Yeah, I have Thunderbolt and Wishing Fountain. I did take rent. Yeah, I took a food and a read in round 5. I just did it a little early. I want read for my homework and for my baby sling. It does seem like a fun hand. To be fair, I think Red Keeper is a pretty strong card. It lets you do a lot of different things. I'm going to build the well here. Oh, I can't pay for all. What am I doing? Trying to pay for all with only 2 stone. So I'm gonna have 3. I'm gonna trigger. I guess I'm gonna trigger food and a read here, round 6. So I will have plus 2 food, plus 1 more food at least. So I will have 5 food at the end of round 7, assuming that I don't play any more occupations. But if I want to play more ox, I'm gonna need more food. Hide Farmer in round 5 for JP. Yikes. Yikes. So yeah, I will start player. I guess I'll start player Baby Sling. Getting an extra action is quite good. And then I can play Grain Cart on Family Growth. Yeah, yeah, I sort of agree with Gray that Rent Keeper is the thing that really forces your hand. It really decides what your overall game plan looks like. I'm going to keep taking Reed. Because another Reed is more stuff for homework. I probably want to build a fourth room in addition to my Stonehouse extension. Because of Baby Sling and Rent Keeper. Is a nice tower builder for tpembo. Doesn't even delay him that much because of my Baby Sling. JP has already built Mudan, so I don't think that works. Because I built in round 3, remember. So this is an unusual family growth queue because you don't normally have 2 people build in stage 1. 4 wood is pretty great to get back here. I'm quite happy with that. PolkaDot's lining up to double the 3 sheep. I'm assuming tpembo will not let that happen. I mean, Polka might get to double 4 wood. Kinda needs food, so we might see PolkaDot just double fishing or something like that. So I will family growth play grain cart. Plus FR round 7. Did I miss a food somewhere? I thought I was supposed to have 5 food here. I did take my well food. I miscounted somewhere. Maybe I didn't plan on playing Stonecutter. Well food, I did get the well food. I thought I was going into this round with 5 food here. I do show 2. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, maybe I forgot to factor in Stonecutter, I think. It's fine. So I do need to pick up 1 food this round. So I had 5. I had 5 food here. Right? Five food round 4. Trigger Rent Keeper. Go to 2. Play Stone Cutter. Go to 1. Trigger Rent Keeper and well. Go to 3. Trigger Rent Keeper and well. Go to 5. I feel like I missed a food somewhere. I think I definitely missed a food somewhere. Maybe I had already taken my food read round 6. Okay, so I start with 3. I start with 3. I got Reedstone food twice, putting me up to 5. I feed 5, go down to 1. I get a food here, go to 2. Play Stone Cutter, go down to 1. Collect well and Rent Keeper, go to 3. Collect well and yeah, I'm definitely missing a food. I don't know where I missed it. Yeah, PolkaDot's getting a fantastic Sunday worker here. I should definitely have 5 food. I don't know what happens there. You forgot your harvester points. So PolkaDot got to double the sheep. Nice. Nice. Well, I get 8 clay here, so I definitely cannot complain about 8 clay. I can consider building a clay room or something. The, whoops. Oh, I was dragging my person from the baby sling. I could also have taken 3 stone, because 3 stone makes it quite safe for me to rebuild the well. But Wishing Fountain being a miner, I should be able to manipulate the situation well. First family growth and 8 sheep, yeah. Pretty strong start for PolkaDot, absolutely. Did tpembo build in round 6? That's weird. I didn't notice that. tpembo did build in round 6. That's really weird. Because, yeah, now he has to start player here to secure growing. Yeah, that was very weird. He definitely should have built in round 7. Refresh? The extension's not working? Sure. Is the extension working now? Can you do this on mobile? Magnetic? Unfortunately, no. There are Agricola apps for mobile, though, in the iOS. I think for iOS and for Android. I kind of like Renault. Maybe I should just take 3 grain here. Maybe taking 3 grain is the best option. And start getting ready to do stuff like Renault clay oven. I have to resize all the farms again. What a pain. Get rid of all those ugly address bars. Yeah, this particular, there's also boîte à jeux, which you can use, which it works fine on a browser on mobile, like using your web browser. This specific site, I don't know how well it works on mobile. Generally, everybody plays it on desktop, and it's really designed for desktop because you have to have so many different windows of open simultaneously. I wonder if someone took my well food. Like if there's this bottom right food here, I wonder if someone took my well food. Maybe PolkaDot did. I think PolkaDot took my well food. I think that's where we're confused. Done solo on tablet, but it is still hard. Yeah, and in solo you only need to manage 3 windows, right? Okay, I obviously want to build more rooms. So maybe I should first action build a wood room here. The downside of building a wood room is I spend all my wood. The upside is I get to trigger Rent Keeper around 9. I'm wondering if I should plan to like Reedstone Food and then Reno Clay Oven. The problem with Reno Clay Oven is it requires another clay action afterwards to have enough resources to grow again. But spending the clay is a lot better than spending the wood, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to Reedstone Food. 5 actions here, Reedstone Food, Reno, and then 5 food, because build will probably get taken. Yeah. Montu Python. And after doing that, I forgot to pick up my well food in the top left corner after talking to PolkaDot about his food. So this is where there's an upside to counting how much food you expect to have in the harvest, because then when someone steals your well food and you don't notice, you figure it out. JP did not build. That's kind of surprising, because I think Polka or JP were. I expected one of them to build, but they did not. Yeah, I guess I don't really like the wood room because of Capitalist as well. Like, it would be nice if I could get points out of Capitalist. If I could get 3 points from Capitalist, that would be great. Try to end the game with 4 cattle. It's going to be difficult, but I do have Studmaster, so seems like it's not impossible. Wow, Polka's going to fence 9. I guess Constable's out there, and I wonder if Constable is just really overriding everyone's decisions somewhat. Like, really saying, hey, play it safe, guys. Gonna Reno Clay Oven here. Then my last action could be 5 food traveling players, or it could be one of the clay grab, probably the 3 clay grab, so that I could build in round 9. Yeah, Montu was saying he forgot the harvester points from his game. I had it on in the background. I wasn't really watching super closely. I just caught sort of the end. So I'm guessing JP has dovetail joints with joiner. That's very kind of you, Karan. Karan the gingerbread man. Yeah, so there's not really any pressure on build a room. JP's got to start player though to grow in front of tpembo, but I don't really want to make that happen myself. I think what I'll do is I'll take. I have a couple actions I like here. I like the 2 read for homework, and I should be able to get one of the 4 clay actions, right? I want more than. I can maybe pick up my last clay for Master Oven. Yeah, let's take the 2 read here for homework. And I'll first action 4 clay. Yeah, leaving the traveling players is a little sad, but everyone has a lot of food already. Yeah, JP start player into family growth for sure. I will definitely 4 4 clay and build a room this round, so I can trigger Rent Keeper round 10. Maybe trigger it in round 11 as well. Getting the clay oven with Trailblazer is particularly good. So my feeding should be quite easy. I guess I don't really care about Trailblazer all that much. Because I do pick up a food here, so I can afford to play homework. My gameplay goes up and down. How dare you say that? What does Unicycle Driver even do? It links 2 action spaces, and when you use one of them, you can pay a stone to link 2 action spaces, and then when you use one of them, if the other one's unoccupied at the end of the round, you could use the other one. So like you're creating a bridge or a road, and then if you use one at the end of the round, you get to travel over to the other for free and use that space as well. Layabout. Yeah, layabout seems good in a late family growth game, although the Sunday worker putting an extra 4 sheep in changes that. No, I still want to play 6 or 7 occupations. Always. I always want to play 6 or 7 occupations. Some of them are. So, for example, WM and France Deck are printed, although they're no longer in print. So, to pick up a version, it's a bit more expensive than it was. Yeah, Unicycle Driver round 9. That sounds like a plan. I'm gonna build to give myself the option of last action start player into 6 wood. I don't really think I'm getting the 6 wood, but hey. A man can dream, right? The G4, G5, G6 are not published yet. Yeah, the card's #1 fan does not understand the use of the card. That sounds reasonable. JP gonna start player again? Boo. Boo. Start player when start player is... Start player to start player is questionable. Has about 1,000 cards. Nice. So it's got all the cards ever published, sounds like. So JP's like, oh, here guys, I'm gonna justify this start player action, and then we're like, well, no, you didn't. Like Tpembo was like, I'm not really worried about family growth because of baby sling, and JP's like, oh, okay, I was lying, I was gonna start player anyways. Goodies expansion. Oh, so it's like a more recent product. XOCZL. Okay, so it's I don't know if these decks were ever like properly published. because they weren't full decks in and of themselves. Like the L deck is like a fun deck. It's got stuff like it's got player insert cards and that kind of thing. What to do? I could take 3 grain again. I'm gonna need to take 3 grain at some point. Could vegetable. What am I taking from Rent Keeper? Probably a food and a stone, right? I need to start taking stone because I need 3 stone for the master oven. If I'm going to rebuild the well, I need even more stone. I guess getting my wishing fountain in play would be nice, especially with grain cart. If it's generating lots of food, I can start buying resources. I'll get a food stone round 9 or round 10. Feed 6. X deck belongs in the trash. Yes, JP, you're right. JP is a snake. We need a snake emote. Yeah, maybe we should do a maybe we should have a drinking game night sometime. Have a drink whenever someone start players. Now have a drink. I don't know, when someone takes, what are some ridiculous things? If someone takes 1 read, you have to have a big drink or something. Okay, 3 stones an option, but I think I probably just have to take 3 wood. Also, I could family growth, but tpembo didn't family growth. So if we're playing nice with each other, that would be cool. Drink on every 6 wood. There you go, Gray. I would like to have family growth, but 3 wood is also quite nice. And I think once someone passes on family growth once, I think it's the chances go up. They've already demonstrated that behavior once. So if we think in terms of not in terms of a game analytical mindset, but if we think in terms of let's put ourselves in the position of the player, and since we've thought already they've made that decision once, then they might have the sunk cost fallacy to continue to make that decision. Or not, I guess it's not really sunk cost, but it's more like a familiarity bias? I don't know. You've already gone through the thinking and thought it was a correct decision once, maybe you do it again. "100% is a chance." Yeah, that's a very complete statement there, Rilo Kren. Very axiomatical. So we're playing Trailblazer and Mountain Plowman, I suppose. Even though we can't really use all the sheep. Recency bias. What I'm thinking is more if you've done an analysis to decide something is correct, then I feel that there is some bias which will make you more likely to achieve that same result in the future. Drakewood start player does start player. Yeah, so Immigrant Son from JP, this draft honestly did not make me want to play Immigrant Son. There just were not enough good occupations. My first pack, my first and second packs, I knew whatever I was getting 5th and 6th, I didn't really want to play. That's possible, Scipius, you're right. sampling bias, maybe. So certainly we're going to try to plow sow bake, which is essentially a plow sow action in round 11. We'll value that action quite highly. Doesn't look like anyone else will take it. Nobody can legally PolkaDot can legally use the action, but nobody else can legally use it. So start player to get out of last is also an option. We could start player Wishing Fountain and then rebuild the well, as if we assume that JP does not build the well immediately. He might snap build the well if I return the well. I kind of like the idea of starting to trigger Wishing Fountain, though. I do need a lot of resources. This is a little greedy, but let's see if it works out. We'll play Wishing Fountain here on start player. Oh, this is dumb. Oh, it's not dumb. I keep doing the same thing where I move my old peep instead of moving the new peep. Guys, is Wishing Fountain a well? We're talking about... So, Gray, if you've done an analysis of something, it's not a well? All right. If someone has done an analysis and that analysis has led them to a certain decision, then are they more like there's some fallacy or some bias which will make them more likely to result in that same conclusion again in the future? So, for example, tpembo decides with his first action that he can take 4 wood, or he can take plow instead of family growthing, because he's saying, if I family growth first action baby sling, then he gets to grow anyways. But then when it gets to his second action, maybe switching his second and third action is not all that meaningful, so he should block me. But because he's already made that decision once, maybe he's more likely to make it again in the future. That's the context that we're coming from. JP does snap build the well. Honestly, I'm not too worried about it. Reedstone food is a totally fine play here, I think. I need both those resources. Yeah, Reedstone food. We're gonna buy... We're going to get a field, round 11. I think we're going to buy a resource as well. I think we're going to buy another... we'll buy a clay. I could buy a clay for Master Oven, giving myself the option to start player Master Oven. Although Sow Bake should be safe. Yeah, Sow Bake is safe. Yeah, let's buy another stone. Okay, first action. I think we're taking 3 wood. We still need lots of wood. And then we're planning to second action Sow Bake, I think. Because that Sow Bake action is extremely important for us. Maybe... we might even need to build the stone oven. Oh, I get a sheep. I was like, where's all my food? I need a sheep. Although I can't eat the sheep yet, to be fair. It's not food yet. Yeah, the cows. You're right about the cows. I think the fact that I haven't fenced yet makes it difficult for me to get there on the cows. Maybe I should have bought a clay to think about building the 2 clay fireplace. Or bought a clay for Master Oven. Yeah, maybe that was more correct. To play Master Oven here. Because, yeah, baking 1 clay grain at a time doesn't hold up anymore. I don't really want to use a full action to take clay when I can buy 1 clay, and I only really need 1. I could also start player Thunderbolt at some point, or play Thunderbolt at some point. I should do that, I think. I mean, vegetable is still safe. I don't really want to build the stone oven, so I do need food this round. Building the fireplace is an option, because otherwise I'm going to end up with way too many sheep. But I kind of just want a fence to hold my sheep. Like, I could fence 12 here, but there's no pressure on fencing. Maybe I should sow bake just to be really ultra safe. I don't know. No, you know what? Sow bake's not contested. Maybe I just take the 3 food fishing. It's an ugly move, but... Oven is better? I don't think so. I think sowing is better when I have Trailblazer. Yeah, it's funny how the alliteration doesn't feel as impactful when you have an alternative statement that you're more familiar with. JP playing Animal Renovator and then choosing not to reno? Yikes. I guess it lets him hold another pair of animals, which everyone does need animals in this game with Constable out there. Ooh, handmade for PolkaDot. Ooh, that's quite nice. So now my question is, can PolkaDot get there on fields? Because PolkaDot might not have seen Constable. PolkaDot might not have seen Constable. So again, fence is safe, so let's hit our sow bake action. Bake 1. I guess fencing here is not so good with Thunderbolt in hand, but I don't have to play Thunderbolt. The fact that tpembo and PolkaDot have both fenced 15, that makes things a lot easier because it's really just JP and I that need wood from here on out. Good morning, Maruska. PolkaDot plays renovation materials. Dead. That's a dead card to me, unfortunately. I think I'm going to fence here. Then I'm going to eat a raw grain next round to keep triggering Stonecutter. Yeah, fence 12 here. I think this is correct. It lets me hold the sheep that I'm going to get from Mountain Plowman. Feed 8. Harvest that. And then a food and a grain for a field. And a field and a reed. Field and a clay. Probably not reed because of reedstone food. Field and a clay, I suppose. Yeah. Thunderbolt for stables later. Yeah, that's a good idea. Or maybe even not, because, you know, I don't need to worry about it too much. I might need the food. Stone for Stonehouse extension. I think I need reed, though, right? For Reno Stonehouse extension. I might do something like start player Master Oven here, so that's why I played Master Oven. Or took the clay. It also shows that I'm thinking about building the 2 clay fireplace, so if someone really wants that, maybe they could go for that. Because I am going to get a bunch of sheep from my Mountain Plowman. Planning to get 2 more sheep from Mountain Plowman. Also, nobody start playered yet, which is very unusual for this stage of the game. Until tpembo. Start player investments for 1 stone. I just remembered Scrounger. Just looking at tpembo's farm just reminded me of Scrounger. Well, Wishing Fountain should help me get there. I am a Reedstone food action away. Yes, because I need only 5 stone total, right? 3 for the Reno, 2 for the Stonehouse extension. That's why I didn't want to take stone. The stone is good for Master Oven, so I can maybe take the stone in round 13, but... Yes, I'll be very interested to see if PolkaDot has a plow. See if PolkaDot has a plow to actually get there on Constable. I wonder if JP playing Hide Farmer so early was a tell for PolkaDot. That Constable's in the game. Don't really want to take 1 boar, but honestly this board is pretty bad. Reedstone food's fine. Yeah, first action Reedstone food so I can start player Stonehouse extension. Might be fine. Thing is, if I'm start playing Stonehouse extension, I'm start playing into like a 1 cattle action, which is pretty gross. Because I don't want family growth and I don't want I don't really want plow sow. Yeah, I'll probably just start player into 1 cattle. And then I could maybe think about playing Studmaster around 13, just to get those cattle breeding. Because the Studmaster will get, if it gets my cattle breeding, then that could be nice. Rentkeeper. Yeah, I got Rentkeeper. Oh, Rentkeeper, not yay, Rentkeeper. I never conceded that title. It could be mine. Oh, what am I doing? I just went to go and start player Stonehouse extension. I have not renovated to stone yet. I am so smart. I am so smart. Yeah, so we're saving Master Oven for family growth. So I guess I'm going to sow bake here. Because I really don't have too much to do. Aside from doing 2-point, like take boar, take vegetable, that kind of thing. I'm going to get to 5, so... Stay on target. Wait for it. Stay on target. Yeah, so I need Reno Stonehouse extension and family growth next round. So those are 2 actions locked up. So yeah, I should take 1 boar. Because yeah, I am running out of time to take my 2-point vegetable. Last action, I'm going to take 3 grain again. Yeah, I'm going to take 3 grain. So that I can keep baking all the rest of the way. And I really don't care about start player at all. PolkaDot's going to start player, that's fine. So me showing the Stonehouse extension was a freebie for JP if he watches the play-by-play. Heavy plow certainly going to help PolkaDot fill up his farm. But he still needs 3 plow actions. Which JP is going to want some, at least 1, and tpembo is going to want 1 as well. As the extension stores the cards, as it will get updated. Oh, so it like it archives them and then doesn't actually grab them again. So the extension could be showing the old version of some cards. I do need stone for the oven. I can buy a stone at the start of round 13, Medino. I can pay a food for a stone. Hmm. So I'm gonna guess that tpembo has Constable. Or was Constable in the same hand as Scrounger? I don't remember. Was Scrounger in my opening pile? Was it Constable, Scrounger, and Rentkeeper? Grain got taken. I wanted that grain action. I guess I should take I should do stuff for Scrounger at this point then. So I could take 3 clay. It lets me build the 2 clay fireplace and master oven and still have a clay left over for Scrounger. JP has Constable? No, JP... Oh, maybe. Yeah, JP might have Constable. Yeah. The rest of you for time traveling? To the future. I think probably just handmade and heavy plow. I'm guessing Montu. That was the reason why they played capitalist there. I'm going to grab the cattle here. So if I cattle... So what's my sequence here? It's cattle, Reno, Stonehouse extension, cattle, Reno, Stonehouse extension, family growth, which gives me my move back. Then I have 2 more moves. One of them is going to be... Yeah, on family growth I'll play master oven. So cattle, Reno, family growth, which gets yeah. So I have 2 free moves here. So one of them can be stud master. One of them can definitely be stud master, and the other could be like a 3 wood action for Scrounger or a 1 vegetable action. Yeah, it could be a 1 vegetable action. The problem with like Reno into family growth immediately is I don't get to trigger Rentkeeper, but that's okay. That's okay. Sunmaster and veg. I don't think I'm going to sow. Oh yeah, you're right. If I don't sow, then I don't fill my 4th space. That's a good point. I guess I'm hoping that I can get a plow action first move round 14, but that's not guaranteed. Wow, PolkaDot. Looks like Polka's going to pull off filling his farm. I think I'm going to Reno here because this Reno action is quite important. Yeah, the Studmaster does give up on the one boar, you're right. So building the fireplace would be nice for that. So that I could actually eat that boar. I think I will take the vegetable. We could also react to where we can react to where start player ends up. Take 3 green before family growth. If I'm gonna 3 grain, I think it's probably better to just build the fireplace. I think I'd rather build the fireplace and take 3 grain again. Because it might be difficult for me to get a sow bake action in round 14, so the fireplace at least lets me eat my boar and the sheep. I kind of want to take the vegetable here. Like, yeah, baking. So yeah, I could bake 15. You're right. But if I take the vegetable, I can sow the vegetable. Then I can bake the 1 grain. I'm at 9. And then if I eat all my sheep, I'm fine on food. Eat all my sheep, save 1. The other thing is, I could not play Master Oven here. If I play Master Oven in the last round, then I'm going to have more grain to bake. tpembo start playered. So tpembo is going to plow sow, and PolkaDot is going to plow sow. So I need a sow action here in order to win the constable points. I would like to win Scrounger. Yes, ideally I win Scrounger and constable. Yeah, I think my actions are kind of forced here. I think they have to be vegetable and then family growth. Unless it's 3 grain and then family growth and then sow bake and hope to first action Reno round 14. But at this point, PolkaDot has to, like, everyone knows about constable at this point. I think there's no way people don't know about constable. Yes, this is where leaving family growth fallow is appealing, because I can rent keep 2 resources, which gets me my gets me there on Scrounger. Yeah, hold family growth. I think that's where I'm coming to as well, Medino. So bake last move, because then I can pick up a reed. I can pick up a reed and a stone, or I can pick and then buy a wood. Yeah, and then I win Scrounger. Yep. And then I can family growth in the last round, and I can play Master Oven, which covers all my feeding for the final round. Yeah, I think that makes sense. The only problem with that is then I don't play Studmaster, so I don't double my cattle. So I am giving up some points there, but yeah, the downside is Studmaster did not get played, right? And Studmaster would have been a bunch of points for Capitalist. So I get plus F wood R, and then I spend 2 food for I, get a sheep, also breed my sheep, and get another, and then I pay for another stone. And then we harvest like that. Yeah, looks good. So I might even first action 1 cattle. You think Constable won't come out because JP's the only one. JP's the person who has it and the only person who won't win it. I still can stud, yeah. So if I take first move one cattle and then play stud master later, yeah, that's a reasonable option. You're right. Yep. Yeah, I'll probably first move 1A. Yep. So if I win Scrounger, Constable, and get 3 points from Capitalist, I have a hard time seeing myself not win. Just with my 5-room house. And I have very good improvement points. Don't I win Constable, Montu? Or what are you referring to? Yeah, with Trailblazer I do get it. That's right. The only part of my game that's really lacking is my pasture points are not great. But I got a 5-room stone house, so yeah. So the one thing we slacked on this game is Rent Keeper. We should have been triggering Rent Keeper more often than we were. Getting to that stone house faster. I should have maybe put a premium on getting to that stone house. But it's, I don't know, that's hard to say. I did take Reedstone Food a couple times, so that's a full action that, you know, if I'm in a stone house and triggering Rent Keeper can just give me that at the exact same rate. Actually, it's cheaper because the Rent Keeper I don't have to pay for the family member, don't have to feed them. tpembo says, think. What are you thinking about? This is definitely Plauso, right? Oh, he's wondering if the boar is going to come back. If the boar is going to get stolen. But he could just acquire the boar. Yeah. Well, I guess what I'm thinking is I had to do a couple, like, not great resource actions. Like, I had to take 2 reed. I mean, I think I'm in a very good spot, Medino. I agree. Rent Keeper was very good for me. And I mean, I'm going to third pick Baby Sling every single chance I get. I think this card is... Mwah. Mwah. I guess my crop score is not great. Like, if I eat my 2 grain here, then I go down to 1 point from grain. Brags about winning in Agricola. Hey guys, the sushi's pretty good, but oh, did you see me? Did you see me playing Agricola last night? Whoa, PolkaDot family growth. So PolkaDot doesn't know about Constable, I think, or PolkaDot is assuming that JP has Constable and is not going to play it. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to eat some grain, right? I do want to bake those. Well, I could take 3 grain, right? I could also do that. Yeah, I might build the fireplace. Yeah. JP's tilted by my one cattle play. JP, if you have Constable, don't play it, man. You don't have to play it. I don't want to say that because if JP took Constable, tpembo and PolkaDot didn't see it. And it would definitely make PolkaDot take 6 wood and then build stables. But PolkaDot might do that anyways. PolkaDot builds a stone oven. I assume this is Renault stone oven. Although if it is... Okay, he only has 2 moves left to get Constable, or to get Scrounger with. So that Renault might have been a point neutral action. I'm gonna take... Am I gonna take 3 grain here? 3 grain... 3 grain, family growth. 3 grain, family growth, occupation, studmaster. I think PolkaDot has March. Oh, there was March out there. Yeah, that's a good point. tpembo, I've been forgetting spit roast. Whoops. Rip. Vegetable is 1 point. Fireplace is 1 point. I think March was in the draft. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, Studmaster is better if it comes out after the fireplace, for sure. I don't know if that's going to be the case. We haven't seen PolkaDot play an Ock that provides cattle, which I kind of am expecting with Heavy Plow and Handmade, but might have just taken those cards and figured he'd plan on hoarding the cows. Ock now? Nope. No, I'm gonna family growth first. So there is a chance that Immigrant's Son gets played, but if JP's the one if JP second picked Constable, which I think is a reasonable assumption, because tpembo and PolkaDot did not look like they were ready for Constable at the start of this round, then JP will not play Constable with his last action. Or at least not yet. I think I'm going to Family Growth first. I don't need to bake 3. I can bake 2. I don't think it's a risk. Because these guys have got to get Scrounger points, right? PolkaDot's going to take clay. Unless PolkaDot has an occupation that immediately provides clay, Polka will take clay. So I just don't think there's any risk there. And tpembo Renaud. Yeah. Yeah, because tpembo is always going to Renaud. Polka's always going to take clay. I guess I'll play the Fireplace. It's 1 point. Nothing else seems better. And then last action, play Studmaster. Yeah, and clearly JP has Constable. Yeah, JP, the thing is, JP is annoyed that he didn't get to play Constable. But, yeah. Constable would not have been points for everyone, I guess. PolkaDot wouldn't have got points, yeah. tpembo is set up, but would have needed to take the boar. But of course, if Constable does come out, everyone plays a little different. Go ahead, play Stuntmaster here. Eat the boar right away. Get a sheep and a cattle. Feed 9, breed, Master Oven is 3 points, and then we're gonna get 3 points from Scrounger, and we're going to get 3 points from the Capitalist. So final score plus 13, it looks like. Don't think I'm missing anything else. Looks like 59. Without Constable, with Constable, I'm up at 64. $59, quite good. I don't think tpembo, so PolkaDot was at 49, 47. So it looks like we won big. 59, 39, 46, 47. GG. So we won by 12 points. My game was quite strong. Ask JP Constable. I'll look it up. I'm not going to say anything in chat because I don't want to get people annoyed that might already be annoyed. There's no need to poke that bear. Yeah, pretty strong. 350765. Yeah, second pick Constable. You're right. So first pick Joiner, second pick Constable. Man, that feels kind of bad. Joiner's not all that strong. Especially compared to my first pick Rentkeeper. Rentkeeper's only 3.4, which is crazy. I can't believe it's below that far below Plow Driver and Constable. I think Rentkeeper is so good. He did say he had it. Yeah, I just wanted to double check. You're right. Yeah, an Immigrant Stud is normally really good, but I'm feeling pretty good about this pick because, yeah, the Ox in this game were not so strong. Thatcher 3.4 over Stonecutter 2.4. Stonecutter, for I guess it's for where it's drafted, it's being overrated a little. Maybe that's old people from EIKW where Stonecutter is amazing. Maybe there are a lot more ways to get stone now. Yeah. Good game, guys. I'm kind of tired, so I think that's going to be my only game for today. Alright. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Hey, Enwal, thank you so much for the sub. I will be back tomorrow in the evening. My time is to be determined because we did not have our D&D session 0 today, so we're probably going to do that tomorrow in the evening. So it'll be based around that when I'm going to stream. So probably sometime after 6 or 7 tomorrow I'll stream. So, alright. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, hope you enjoyed this little video. If you have a Twitch Prime account, or sorry, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get one free Twitch Prime sub per month. And if you'd use it on me, twitch.tv/play_agricola, that would be great. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.